Welcome, everybody, to the Big Data Beards virtual race to .conf 2020 awards ceremony. Man, it has been a fun, jam-packed 10 days of competitive racing. And today, we're here to announce our first, second, and third place finishers. We don't know who actually won first yet. We'll talk about that at the end of the broadcast. But with us today, we have our top three teams. And from Splunk's Buttercup team, we have John Hayward and Stephen Landry. And also racing as a part of this team, but unable to join us today, was Jason Stein and Matt Santiago. We also have Tom West representing one of the Big Data Beard teams, and Corey Minton also representing one of the Big Data Beard teams. Gentlemen, congratulations for making it into the top three. Excited?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, this was a very competitive field. The races were challenging. There was a lot of suspense, maybe a little bit of drama, but absolutely a lot of fun. You know, I would be remiss, though, if I didn't thank our amazing sponsors, because without them, this would not have happened. So thank you so much. And to Splunk, who was our title sponsor. And then we also had Red River Technology, Dell Technologies, Hippo Digital, Arrow, Intel, and McLaren. So thank you so much to our sponsors. Really do appreciate all of your support. So, gentlemen, are you ready to hear who won? Excited? Well, first, let's go look back on the last 10 days of racing excitement. And Corey, I'm going to start with you. Other than Tsukuba, because I know that's what you're going to ask, other than Tsukuba, what was your favorite track in the virtual race to .conf?
Brett, I'd have to say it was Le Mans, because that long straightaway felt so fun just to be like in a drag race. But then, let's be honest, in those BMWs, they were not all that successful in the straightaways many times. So it was coming out of those and getting into the Porsche curves where that little go-kart really thrived, and being able to make up some time in those Porsche curves was fun. That's such a challenging track. It really tests all parts of a racer's experience and car performance, and I had a blast trying it out.
Yeah, and obviously looking back at the race footage, you did a really good job getting through those turns, and I think that's what set you aside on that race specifically. Now, John, you had a lot of fun moments. There's a lot of hair-raising events and stuff like that, but what was your favorite memory of the series in the last 10 days?
I think, I can't remember which track it was on. I think it was Tsukuba, where second place was getting very, very close to me. So I was getting very, very close to second place. I think they just crossed the line maybe a second or two before me. And chasing them down was really fun.
Well, I'll tell you this. It definitely wasn't me. I was laps and laps behind you on that one. But that does sound like a pretty fun moment, especially when you're in the top three for any race. Now, Stephen, we've talked about data a lot in the previous broadcast over the last 10 days, but what did you learn from the data that helped you in your racing experience?
You know, I learned just from my first race to my second race, because I didn't look at my data until after I ran my first race, which is at Le Mans. I learned a lot about, where I was missing time to somebody like Westy and a couple others that were definitely quicker than me and a lot smoother than me at Le Mans, which I was able to take into my other two races that I ran at Daytona and Las Vegas and use that to win both of those events, which is awesome. So yeah, I learned a lot from that. Yeah.
Using data to help that Buttercup team do a great job and get you in the top three. That's awesome. Now, Westy, what was the most challenging track for you?
Challenging was probably Bathurst, because I'd crashed into the barriers so early on and had quite a good position within the field. So to race for 30 minutes with a broken and much slower car on a track like Bathurst was a massive challenge by its own right.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Corey, I'm interested to hear. Obviously, these are the top three teams, but we had 14 teams race. Who do you think was the most improved from race 1 to race 10?
Well, I honestly, I think it has to be Kyle. Kyle showed up in being pretty new to the kind of the racing, sim racing world in terms of not knowing, not ever really been on a track, knowing the rules, the entry points, the braking markers and that stuff. And to see him kind of progressively get a little bit better each race. And then in that final that final race at Las Vegas to see him take a podium was just, I think it's that Cinderella story. And I thought it was super awesome to see him progress, and hopefully he sticks with it. I think it'll be fun to see him continue to get better because, frankly, he got better than me towards the end. So I imagine he's going to continue to improve.
Yeah, if we had 3 or 4 more races, he might have been in the top 3. So yeah, absolutely, I agree with you on that. And Steven, I'm curious. So if the series actually started tomorrow, what would you do differently to prepare for your races?
Ooh, it's a good question. I think, especially going into Le Mans, I didn't practice nearly enough for Le Mans with the car. If I had been able to get on a little earlier for that and do some practice laps and see data before I ran the race, I probably could have not wrecked, 20 times in the Porsche curves.
Yeah, well, some memorable insights and just really great information from our top 3 finishers. But now I think it's time to announce the winners. So let's start with 3rd place and let's roll the footage. Well, with 3rd place, we have Thomas West from the Big Data Beer team. Westy, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How does it feel to get 3rd place in the Big Data Beer virtual race to .conf?
Oh, it feels amazing. I put in so many hours with the practice in the evenings, just to try and catch up with everyone else's pace, hearing how good some of the other people were, how experienced they were, having not used any sort of sim for like 6 or so years to pull the dust off the old wheel and bring it back and get a 3rd place finish is brilliant.
Yeah, it shows all that hard work definitely paid off. What are you going to do to celebrate your 3rd place finish?
I am definitely sleep. With us all, there's been people racing in the UK, US, and Australia. So to adapt to all those times, to be able to make sure that it fit for everybody, meant quite a few late nights. And now I get to sleep, which is great.
And celebrate in your sleep. That's awesome. Well,
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Westy. 3rd place. That's amazing. Now let's go check out the footage to see who got 2nd place. Well, with 2nd place, we have Corey Mitten, also from the Big Data Beer team. Corey, buddy, congratulations on 2nd.
Thank you very much. It's honestly, I never expected this when we started out. I think you and I talked about it many times. I said I'd be really happy with finishing somewhere in the middle of the pack, and to come out in 2nd place is just incredibly honoring. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you have anyone that you want to thank for your 2nd place victory?
Well, I want to thank our sponsors, obviously, for the incredible support, and my wife for helping out, take care of the kids. As Tom West said, there was a lot of late nights, early mornings, and just a ton of time put in to make not only the racing happen, but also the data experience happen, the broadcasts that you've all seen happen. And without good family support to be able to put in those extra hours, it would not be possible. So big thanks to my wife for being the stand-in while I was working overtime.
Absolutely. And are you going to do anything to celebrate 2nd place?
I am going to celebrate. I'm going to go down to Florida and experience .conf on the beach from Florida and have a little bit of fun while we're there to relax and unwind after a number of months of work in preparing the virtual race to come.
That sounds amazing. I might have to sneak down there and just piggyback on that trip, Corey, but that sounds awesome.
Come on, brother.
All right, I'm coming. All right, now let's go take a look at who got 1st. Let's roll the footage. And with 1st place, we have Splunk's Buttercut team, piloted by John Hayward, Stephen Landry, Jason Stein, and Matt Santiago, the 4-person team. Congratulations, gentlemen. Steven, I'm curious, just talk about, what do you think the key to your team's success was?
I think as a whole, we were very consistent. I watched all of the races that everyone else ran, and everyone was super consistent. We were all able to run good lap times. We stayed out of trouble, and we were able to finish up front either winning races or near the podium almost every race.
Yeah, I think Ricky Bobby said it the best. If you ain't first, you're last. And you guys definitely were first a lot of the time. So consistency is king. And John, I'm curious, what are you going to do to celebrate?
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest. I didn't expect to be seeing this, so I'm not sure. I think it's something, I imagine.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be fun. Congratulations to the first place winners, the Buttercup team. Amazing job. All right. Well, again, a big congratulations to all of our top 3 finishers, and really congratulations to everyone that participated in the virtual race to .conf. Again, thank you to our sponsors. It's been a great, memorable 10 days, but we have conf tomorrow and Wednesday. So enjoy .conf, and remember to subscribe to Big Data Beard's YouTube channel and check out bigdatabeard.com.
Think you have what it takes to beat the Beards on iRacing?
You probably do. We're not that good.
Sign up at bigdatabeard.com/VR2C.
We're probably just going to run you into the wall.